Do you know who I am, Colby?
Who are you, Barry?
I'm the Rumble, baby. The Rumble and then baby, not Rumble baby.
Yes, yeah.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This.
Music.
Welcome to, I believe, the final movie of WWE month.
Movie.
And and I gotta say, right? I think Edge put on a better performance in the Mad TV Korean drama with Bobby Lee.
So, as I was looking in this, because this is my month, I found there's like a comedy one from like 10 years ago, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Of Edge?
Of Edge playing like a smart alecky police officer who like doesn't follow the rules. And it looked hilarious, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
Not even on his IMDb?
So then I was like, well, he's in this other movie with Lana, who is another wrestler. We get a twofer.
Oh, okay.
And it's called The Interpreter. And no, The Interrogator. The Interrogator.
With Samuel L. Jackson?
It is not with Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, no, that's the negotiator.
No, maybe it's interrogation then. I don't know. But it's actually kind of an interesting movie with lots of twists and turns. But Lana has like 3 lines, and I was like, oh, well, this isn't really the movie I want. I was just I picked it because this is going to be a 2-for-1 because, give some respect to the female wrestlers who are going into acting. She showed no promise in this movie. I'm sorry, Lana. But so then I found this one, and this is the most recent one. This is 2020, actually filmed and came out during the pandemic. I guess it started filming before the pandemic, but yeah, right in the midst of
the pandemic
world shutdown, they decided they were still going to put this movie together and put it out.
You know what's crazy is the height at which the Lawrence brothers have fallen, and Kelsey Grammer. So it's funny, right? These two. So besides Adam Copeland, which is WWF's Edge of Edge and Christian fame,
yeah,
we have some has-been. We don't have has-beens. We just have former huge stars from the 90s.
Yeah,
we have Denise Richards of The Wild Things. Is that what it's called? The one where she shows her boobs with Nev Campbell?
Yep.
Right? We have the Lawrence brothers of Brotherly Love. I think that's what it shows.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, all 3 of them are in here. And we have one of probably the greatest 90s sitcoms ever, which is Kelsey Grammer from Frasier.
Right. And then Edge's buddy, the old guy, he's the guy in the second, he was Punisher in the second Punisher movie.
No, was that
yes.
Punisher? Wow. Oh, how the...
Yeah, this is like old retired Punisher, like years later.
Yeah. It's funny, as I was watching this movie, oh, by the way, the movie is called Money Plane.
That's right, yes. Yeah. Let's get to the title.
Yeah, Money Plane, which is a very 90s title, like Blank Check.
Yep.
Very reminiscent of just very bland, clear-cut titles.
This is not a sequel to Money Train.
Which is a shame.
Right.
They really could have just connected those 2 franchises.
Right.
And then after that, you have Money Truck.
Yes.
Oh, man. But, oh, God. The funny thing about this, right, is just there's so many old stars in here. But this really looks like a college film student's like magnum opus.
$860,000 was the budget.
Too much. It looked like they spent too.
Well, you would think you throw in Kelsey Grammer in a movie that he would be asking $1 million on his own.
No, Kelsey Grammer owed somebody. Like, someone called in a favor.
Yeah, yeah. I think yes. I think the Lawrence brothers like are part of some Hollywood mafia, and they bamboozled some people to be in their film.
And you know what's funny too is Denise Richards, who like really banked on her looks earlier in her career, right? I'm really glad that she kind of just let herself age naturally. Because then, like, I mean, you could still see some work, but it's not like overly
plastic.
done.
Yeah.
Which I, seeing how her career was going, you're like, oh, she's definitely gonna Courtney Cox it up. I'm gonna throw shade at Courtney Cox because she was actually my crush early on in the Friends series.
Oh yeah.
And then the more that the show went on, the more work she got done, and I was like, oh no, like now you look like a shell of yourself.
Right.
Which I'm not. Hey, look, listen. I don't want to get Dave Chappelle canceled, right? Let's be real. Dave Chappelle can't be canceled. He's uncancelable, right? But I'm really glad that Denise Richards has just let herself age gracefully, because she's still hot.
She is. She's an attractive older woman now. Yeah. Yes. Now she's like hot mom.
Oh, definitely like put her in a minivan.
Right,
handing out snacks at the soccer training camps.
Yep.
Oh, hot. But no, this movie does not look like it was made on 80,000. More like 40,000, and then the other 400,000 was to pay Kelsey Grammer and the Lawrence brothers. Who, man,
they had to have taken a cut.
Yeah, and what's really sad is Joey Lawrence used to have such magnificent hair.
Oh, and it is not anymore.
Yeah, he was the king of the flannel tying thing over the waist with the leather jacket.
Right, because he got to start like Blossom. He was Blossom's big brother.
Yeah.
I think he was actually before that. He was in I can't remember the name of it, but was with Nell Carter, the big black comedian lady. She was like the token. I hate to say it like that, but the token black comedian woman in like everything in the 80s.
Oh,
and then
gosh,
she was like a housekeeper, and Joey Lawrence was like a 8-year-old brat that lived in the house, and she had to like teach him lessons. It was about the same time like Benson was out.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Lawrence brothers just didn't keep working on their craft, and that's why they kind of petered out towards like their mid-20s.
Right.
Because I think the last thing that they were like any of them were in was probably Matthew Lawrence in Boy Meets World: The College Years, where he was Eric's roommate, Jack.
Right. I guess it's not as quirky when you have like a 40-something go, whoa.
Oh, that was Joey. It's a shame. You know why? You know why it's a shame though? Is because if John Stamos told any woman still today, have mercy. That's the sound of their panties scream.
But John Stamos kept the awesome hair.
Oh, that is true.
That's the difference.
That is true. Like, I mean, he's had it short because he was in the that Netflix series You, the one with the stalker dude.
Yeah,
and he had it a little bit shorter there. But I was like, why the fuck does he still look so good? Like,
right.
Like if I walked into a restaurant and I had a wife at that time, and John Stamos was like in his 60s, I'd still like, stay over here. All right? That guy's gonna tell you to have mercy, and then next thing I know, I'm signing divorce papers. Right. But I'm keeping the kids. Oh man, but let's get to what this movie is about. The movie is an hour and 32 minutes. Wax paper thin plot.
What?
Edge is I don't know why, but I like Edge. I like Edge in WWE. He made a good villain. He made a guy that you wanted to cheer for. He was very charismatic in his wrestling days. Even if that wrestling is very hammy.
Yeah.
In the acting, but like he a lot of these superstars in WWE, when they get into their storylines, they make you really try to feel for him. And Edge was able to do that a couple times when he was being a good guy.
Yeah.
In this one, all gone. It's like start from scratch. Ed is very wooden in his acting in here. The only thing he has going for him is that little vein by his eye that's like popping his. Oh, I guess he's mad.
Yeah, and like his telltale hair, like he has it up in like a little man bud the whole movie.
I know, which is a shame. Like, dude, you're.
Maybe that was a Joey Lawrence thing. Maybe he was like, I lost my awesome hair. You better pull yours back, bitch.
Oh, at this point, Edge is a much more household name than Joey Lawrence.
That's true. Yeah.
No way is Joey Lawrence getting paid more than Edge in this movie. See, the director didn't call in a favor for the Lawrence brothers. The Lawrence brothers called for a favor because they're like, we only come in threes.
Yep.
Unless it's Joey making a show with Melissa Joan Hart. We're only in a package of 3. I know. No, like, okay, so just to get you guys caught up to what the movie's about.
Do we need you to
movie trailer.
Movie voice the...
All right. I wrote it because I was like, this is going to be hard to freestyle. And even writing it down, it was hard. What if Frasier was a crime lord? It'd go exactly like this as he buys a debt at Edge and tasks him to take down the money plane, a criminal casino led by Joey Lawrence. Also in this gambling casino, Matthew Lawrence. But who's on the ground on Edge's team? Andy Lawrence. Will Edge and his band of criminal misfits be able to take down this money plane while keeping his family safe? Is Harry, his best friend, trying to bang his hot wife? At least that's what I thought throughout this entire movie. This is 2020's Money Plane.
I think Money Plane's going to steal that from us and use it as their promotions for this.
Oh, if they do, they can give us like the remainder of their budget, which is $0.
we get a box full of Target brand poker chips.
Oh man! All right. So the premise of this movie is Edge is a part of a heist team, which consists of the very sexy Kristen Norman, I believe is her name.
Right.
We got a hacker. Don't know his name. He kind of looks like that one comedian, Godfrey.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we have Andy Lawrence, who is the getaway driver, pretty much. Edge is tasked to steal a painting for Kelsey Grammer, who is his boss, the Rumble.
Right.
But when he goes to steal it, it's actually been moved already, and so they've fudged this operation, which leads Edge to being tasked to take down the legendary money plane.
Yeah.
And so... he says no initially, but he threatens his family, which makes him have to do it, right?
Right.
And Kelsey Grammer says, if you do this, debt is clear. You can keep whatever is in the vault, which is probably like a couple million, but I'm going to need you to give me all the Bitcoin, which is like $1 billion.
$1 billion in Bitcoin.
Right. And man, like, so as soon as he said money plane, right? I was like, what are the schematics of this plane? I need to know how large this plane is.
Right. Yes.
I was like, I guess it's a 747. That's like the biggest plane there is, right?
It is it's 2 floors.
Yeah, so it's probably a 747. So they get the team all together. They're like, something doesn't smell right, but we got to do this, and we could kind of cleared our debt and be set for the rest of our life.
Right. And so then they get some, they working with Kelsey Grammer, they get fake IDs.
Yeah.
So Edge is this notorious human trafficker,
yeah,
who's only ever worked with people online, so no one's ever seen his face.
Yeah.
His buddy is Mr. McGillicuddy.
The Irishman.
Yes. And then the girl, they get hooked in to be a flight attendant.
Oh man, and I don't want to like look at a woman, in certain ways, but does she wear a flight attendant's outfit?
She's got potential to go places after this movie.
I think she has. She's actually been in what's that? It's like not Dallas, but she's in one of those country music television dramas.
Oh, okay.
Where I think it's a reboot of an old 70s one, but it's she's been doing pretty well for herself, at least on TV.
Okay.
So, and then I think like she's done a couple Hallmark movies. But yeah, they're all tasked. They all gather the team up, and they really set it all up to where it should go smoothly. Edge is going to take the cockpit. The flight attendant is going to break open the vault, and a Godfrey is going to take the Bitcoin, which he will send a signal down to Andy Lawrence on the ground to download all of it. And so they get on this plane. They start to play games like Texas Hold'em. Right,
but this is supposed to be this notorious money plane, which is the gambling, illegal, just high stakes super plane that flies over international airspace, so nothing is illegal.
Right. Yeah, and so they have a lot of illegal themed activities. Not just, we start off with something pretty small, which is Texas Hold'em.
Right.
Edge ends up losing to Matthew Lawrence.
Yep.
And so this is where the plan starts to take off. Edge goes, he's like, let me get a room. I want to just wind down for a little bit. McGillicuddy is going to play the rest for me. He ends up having to play against Matthew Lawrence, who is a Texan.
Right.
And he's like, I'm from Texas.
Who is hilarious.
I had to look. I was like, is that fucking Matthew Lawrence? He tells Mr. McGillicuddy, he's like, I'm from Texas, but I could go for some vodka. And I was like, oh, they're gonna play Russian roulette. Mr. McGillicuddy is able to dodge this themed event,
right?
Because as they're passing the gun back and forth, Matthew Lawrence just grabs it and is like, oh hell! And
I've never lost at this game. Where obviously, if he ever lost at that game, he wouldn't be sitting there. But
exactly. But how many times has he gone on this plane and played this game to be known as the champion
of Russian roulette?
Russian roulette. Oh man, so Mr. McGillicuddy ends up sidestepping that while our flight attendant, I just knew her name. She is trying to make the rounds on where the vault is.
Right.
And so she gets to it, but she's constantly harassed by the other attendants because, of course, Katrina Norman is
she's the hot flight attendant. So all the scumbags are all like, "Hey, can we pay for some time with the flight attendant?" And they're like, "Well, we do have entertainment on the plane, so no." And they're like, "Yeah, we can."
Yeah, and Joey Lawrence in this whole situation is the host of
the concierge.
Oh, he's the concierge. But he's not. I really thought that at the end of the movie there's going to be a battle with him, but there's not.
Oh, that they're saving them for the sequel.
Is there going to be a sequel?
They can't kill him off. That way they can have Money Plane 2.
No, it's Money Boat. Now it's a cruise on international waters. No, and he's actually a pretty serious character in here. Like you see him kill a cheater. While he's escorting Mr. McGillicuddy. So really, everything is kind of going according to plan for the most part. Mr. McGillicuddy gets sidetracked by Joey Lawrence because he has to join another event where they're betting on how long it will take for these people to die.
Yes.
Mr. McGillicuddy, of course, is disgusted by this whole situation. He throws up. And while this is all happening, Edge is in the cockpit and he's making a video chat to Kelsey Grammer.
After fighting and beating up the pilot.
Oh, that fight scene was so bad. I know it's hard to fight in enclosed spaces, especially with two dudes that are, I think, like over 6 feet.
Yeah, yes, it was a tight space. But we had Captain America fight like 6 guys in an elevator. They could have had these 2 guys fight in a cockpit.
Right. Yeah, but then like the 6 Captain America one, excellently shot. You know, you get very tight shots, so it feels like a lot of action is happening.
Yeah.
Not in this one.
Yeah, it kind of threw me when they decided to try to pull the airplane steering wheel into Edge's head repeatedly. I'm like, it's not going to make for a smooth drive.
Yeah. And while this is happening, it just made me realize that if this was a video game, it'd be on easy mode, because when that's happening, Joey Lawrence is for sure going into that cockpit and is like, what the hell is going on?
Right. Especially on the money plane.
Yeah. Not once does he ever go to check on the cockpit. Edge is in there just having the easiest part of the job, right?
Yeah.
While this is happening, Mr. McGillicuddy is finally able to meet up with the Katarina Norman,
Right.
who was our flight attendant, after she has fought the guy guarding the vault.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I think she gets kind of like the best fight scenes in here because she's the femme fatale. Mm-hmm. Right? Versus, like, actually, my favorite fight scene was the one towards the end with Harry.
Yes.
Only because that one felt like the most John Wicky. But while all this is happening, Harry is keeping in contact with Edge, and Harry's able to find out that they were set up by Kelsey Grammer's character.
Yeah.
And so Edge goes to plan B, which is for him to screw over Kelsey Grammer.
Right.
And Kelsey Grammer, who I think is pretty much the same in real life, is a very hardcore control freak. He wants to keep an eye out on Edge. You know, he makes up little nicknames with Edge, code names. But he's like, "Oh, what was your rank in the military?" And Edge is like, "Oh, I was a captain." He was like, "What was above that?" "A colonel." He was like, "All right, I'll be colonel. You'll be captain."
Yep.
And so Edge already executes Plan B. So he records all of his conversations with Kelsey Grammer, which we don't know about until the end of the movie.
Right.
Mr. McGillicuddy, as he sneaks into the server room to get all the Bitcoin, he gets caught by Ivan and his goon, who's been stalking the plane for Katarina Norman.
Yeah, they're mostly trying to get the flight attendant because she said no, and they don't like no.
Right? They've never heard no before. I'm pretty sure they've heard it. They just never cared about it, which is very terrible. And so, yeah, they notice that they're up to something. So Ivan goes into the server room with Mr. McGillicuddy, and the Horn Dog is trying to fight Katarina Norman. And probably the best part of this, like the best part for an actor in this movie, is that he's able to grab her breasts. I was like, nice.
Yep.
And then she fucking kills.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Raid style.
I really hate to say it, but like all the best fight scenes in this movie are her.
Well, yeah, I think she's like the muscle, which is great,
right?
For the female to be the muscle, the strongest, but she's the most capable.
But they seem they seem the best choreography, the most realistic.
Yeah,
like it just
is for her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's also because because she has a much smaller stature, she has more room to move, versus Edge, who's like 6'3" or whatever.
That's true, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're a wrestler, so we don't need to show you what to do. You got this."
Right. And
And then Mr. McGillicuddy, they're just like,
you can't fight.
yeah, just let him punch you a lot.
And plus, Edge's role in this whole situation is he's the Capitan. He's the mastermind.
Right.
He's the one making all the plans. So he's like the brain situation of this whole thing. And so she kills him. She also dispatches Ivan after he's beaten Mr. McGillicuddy. She kicks him into a server that somehow electrocutes him.
Oh, yeah.
After Mr. McGillicuddy has been thrown into two of them. It's so bad. But while this is happening, Edge tells Kelsey Grammer he could basically fuck off. Mm-hmm. You know, you set this up. You own the painting. I know it. You know, all this stuff. And so Kelsey Grammer is like, oh, I'm going to kill your family. And this is where we get the scene where the SWAT-like team goes into Edge's home, but then is only met with Harry Wick.
Yep.
And he pretty much makes sure that his family is staying safe, right? And so they're able to meet back up to the bottom of the plane. They're trying to wonder what to do with all the money.
Right.
Right. And this is only, sorry, I skipped a part where Andy, who is on the ground, he's actually having a station that's able to receive all the data, but it gets messed up when a team from, I believe, Kelsey Grammer, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they're probably going to kill off the whole team after they got the Bitcoin, right?
Yep.
He gets saved by Harry with a drone gun, which is like one of the reasons why drones are so heavily monitored.
Yeah.
Because people could just fucking throw guns on them. And so Harry pretty much saves Andy Lawrence's life.
Right, and it is, it's controlled by the Punisher, so
The Punisher.
so you're in trouble.
Oh yeah. So they get down there. Edge meets everybody down at the hull or like the cargo area.
Yep.
And they're trying to decide what to do with the money. Edge is like, let's just put all the Bitcoin onto all these charities.
Yeah.
You know, and then all this money that they have here, we'll just throw it in the air. So just imagine you're just hiking one day. You're like, oh, $100 bill. Oh, another $100 bill.
He's raining money.
Oh my God, there's just a brick of 100. Like, remember, like they just like tossed one out. I was like, what if they just landed whole?
Right.
Amazing.
That's going to kill somebody.
Right. Amazing. I was like, oh my God, I should go hiking more. And they pretty much sell out Kelsey Grammer. They put a recording of him onto the monitoring system, which is like him saying, "I'm Kelsey Grammer. I'm the darkness." His little freaking Breaking Bad speech.
Yep.
I'm the one that knocks at the door.
And I'm taking down the money plane. And he's like, oh, are you now? Let's play this over the loudspeaker so everybody knows, especially the Lawrence brothers.
So Joey Lawrence puts him up for the next event, and the whole thing is like, man, I guess this money plane's pockets are deep. They're like Roth family deep.
Right.
You know, they're telling all these criminal organizations, all your money will be compensated.
Yeah, you got to think, this is the plane that all the super rich people got on to fly to Epstein's Island to play in the Squid Games.
But yeah, and he says, "Oh, the next event is up for betting. It's how long Mr. Grammer is gonna live."
Yep.
And so everyone starts betting, and while this is happening, they all make their escapes, and we get into a cut black of 3 months later.
Yep.
And Edge on the plane is like, "Well, I guess we got one last job." And so they get this painting because it's owned by Rumble Core, which sounds like a video game developing company.
And Rumble is the nickname of Kelsey Grammer.
Right. And Harry's, I guess, acting like a fence to this because, like, not a fence, but, like, a fence.
By the fence, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
you
the
know that
seller.
term, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, I found someone who wants to buy it, and because of the notoriety of this heist, I got the price up to 60 million.
Yep.
And he's like, 60 million's a lot, split 4 ways. And Edge is like, split it 5 ways, brother. Pretty much, he's like they're best friends,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so he's like, split it 5 ways. Of course, you have to split it 5 ways. He kept her wife and daughter safe.
Right, and he got it up an extra $20 million. Yeah,
Yeah.
That $20 million should just be his cut.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's
I'm
like,
not saying,
what are they? They're all 5 of them are getting 12 million each.
Right.
Right. So I'm just hoping this Dogecoin can get up there so I could just retire.
Yep.
4 million. I could retire on 4 million, right?
Right.
I think that's more than a lot of people. Like $1 million is more than a lot of people get in a lifetime.
It's true. We at least take 10 years off.
Yeah, 10 years. Oh, solid. If I live frugally, 20 years off.
Yep.
If I invest half of that, forget about it. And the movie ends there. All right, before we get into talking about more about this movie, we'll go to our other segment, high star, low star. Colby, what are you going at today?
Oh, I'm definitely doing high star.
All right. Funny enough, I pre-read this while we're getting ready, and this is a backhanded 5-star review.
Okay, so we've got a 5-star review. This movie redefines cinema. Money Plane is the only thing that'll give you joy in 2020. As a hysterical boil of the news cycle and the pressure cooker of quarantines slowly drain the vast vestiges of happiness and optimism out of you, the Money Plane will offer comfort. It was beautifully spoken. This movie, which could not have taken more than an hour to write, is superficially a heist movie by 3 people in relatively good shape and a long hair robbing a casino in the sky. But its story is so incoherent and the dialogue is so insane, it becomes kind of commentary on our national landscape of 2020. The incompetence of production is staggering, the obvious result of incompetence, corruption, and all above apathy by the people in charge. The whole thing is terribly done and stupid, but unlike real life, these things make it funny. Gather your loved ones close and let the insane dialogue and
Incoherent, I think, is what
incoherent story wash over you like a dream before you have to turn back to the real world that doesn't feel all that different. That is a little backhanded, but
this guy took it like into a metaphorical
right,
way.
right. I should have stopped at the end of the first paragraph.
All right, let's go to 1 star by Jay Pretty. Worst movie I've ever paid to view. It should be criminal to charge people to see this movie. Viewers should be paid compensation for watching this movie. I had low expectations for the cinematic quality of the movie, but decided to watch it purely for the entertainment. It far exceeded my low expectations as one of the worst productions I've ever watched in my life. I'm over 50 years old. I do not have time or space to elaborate how bad this movie is, but in a nutshell, the acting, the plot, the sets, the stunts are all just awful beyond comical. It seems the entire movie, on a plane, was filmed inside an office building divided by blue polyester curtains. Time must be tough for Kelsey Grammer and others.
Now, remember, this was filmed on a budget,
During
and
quarantine.
it was filmed during a pandemic. So you got to give it that. You got to remember that going into this is not high quality production, even though there's the recognizable names. Once you realize and accept those things, you can go in thinking, you go in and you're like, Kelsey Grammer, he gives the performance of a lifetime.
Oh, Kelsey Grammer always brings the A game.
Yeah, he's not phoning this. This is they they said when they were writing this film, the screenplay for this film,
Yeah.
which was written by one of the Lawrence brothers.
Oh, that explains so much.
When they were writing the screenplay, they thought, you know who would be great in this part? Kelsey Grammer. But there's no way he'll come to a movie like this. And they called him up, and Kelsey Grammer said, "This is the kind of movie that like a old West villain would like twist his mustache to. Heck yes, I'll play."
Is that real?
Yep.
Oh my god. It's because Kelsey Grammer had very little that he needed to prepare for this movie.
Right.
He's in one scene, which really, honestly, filming Kelsey Grammer probably just took half a day.
Right, because he's quality enough. They were probably all one, maybe two takes, probably all one takes.
Now, even if he was like a newbie, the amount of screen time he has in here, it's laughable because he's only in one scene, like one setting. So like really realistically, half a day. Like let's start at 3 p.m. You'll film your thing with Edge, and then by nighttime you'll be done.
I'm half thinking they're like, "Hey Kelsey, don't worry, clean up your patio. We'll come to you. We'll just film it all like in your backyard."
Exactly. Hey, what a great way to make 50 grand, right? You're like, oh, okay, you need me for 6 hours, 50 grand. Why not?
Yep.
Oh, I could just take a suit from my closet. Okay. Oh, you want me to do a Scarface moment? All right. Yeah, like, are you telling me like I don't care. Like, if I ever got into acting and I became like Leonardo DiCaprio like level status, I'm making blockbusters. You better believe if like I made friends along the way, and one of them's like, "Hey, my PA is making this movie, and they kind of just need like a villain,
Right?
Like, hey, are you willing to do it? It's like 4 hours of work. They'll pay you 50 grand." I was like, yeah. Do I have to drive anywhere? Oh, even better.
Right. Yeah.
See, now I'm not surprised that the Lawrence brothers wrote this
And
movie.
they did find a decommissioned plane, so it was actually filmed on a plane.
Oh, I know, but like, there's no way they fit. Like, I guess they did fit. They could fit all that in there, right?
Well, it is. They basically broke it into, like I was reading up
pieces?
on this. They broke the plane into like two pieces, and they would film in one piece while the set designer was redesigning the second piece, and then they would go into there and they would film the next scene in that second part. Was the set designer came into the first part and reset it up for, a different part to look like a different part of the plane. And that way the plane could seem so much bigger, even though it still seemed pretty small.
Yeah,
This was no soul plane.
Oh, yeah. See, now if you want to make a money plane, you got to get a soul plane,
Right.
Because that had a jacuzzi in it.
You know what? And I half feel like Snoop is like down enough that he would have been like, yeah, I'll be the 4-minute spot in here where you have a live DJ, and then I come out and like 1, 2, 3 into the foe.
Yeah, hey, that's a great way to make 20 grand, right? You're like, oh,
That's true. I mean, like we do. I'm adding these things up, but we're eventually going to hit 1 million. Right. So we gotta calm it down.
No, like, see, like 20 grand is pretty cheap, right? For Snoop Dogg to make a cameo in your movie,
right?
That adds some validity to your thing.
Have everybody drinking Coronas. Corona would have paid for Snoop Dogg to be in the movie.
Oh, see, that's how you get sponsors. You got to play these. You got to play these things smart. All right.
Bad Bunny on the turntable.
All right. So, Kobe, did you know that the Lawrence brothers were in this movie before you sent it to me?
I saw that Joey Lawrence was in this. I did not realize all 3 Lawrence brothers were in it. And I actually, as I was watching it, I thought that Mustache Cowboy was Joey Lawrence. And then as I realized all 3 Lawrence brothers, I was like, wait, what? Which? Who?
Yeah. You know who I feel like could still be in like more relative things is probably Matthew Lawrence.
Yes.
You know, he stayed in relatively good shape. He's sort of got that John Stamos older look now going. So I just feel like, you know, like he kind of looks like he could be like the guy that always gets cheated on in movies.
Yeah.
You know, Joey Lawrence, not so much. Oh. Yeah. Joey Lawrence now looks like the uncle you tell your therapist about. And Andy Lawrence, he kind of, I don't know, he kind of looks like he has like a drug problem, which I don't know, I don't think he does, but he kind of gives off that look. Like if I saw him in a role, it's like, oh, that guy's the drug guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Colby, what are some of your favorite parts of this movie?
I like the flight attendant fight scenes. All great.
Yeah.
Loved those. I liked that they made a joke where they made like Mr. McGillicuddy, which is a very Irish name, and they made jokes about how lucky he was, the luck of the Irish, even though he was played by a obviously not Irish person.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Like I think it was like a nice little touch, right? Because Mr. McGillicuddy, he didn't want to participate in these events, but he kept winning them.
Yeah.
Like even the one of the hosts, right? Not not Joey Lawrence, but the guy right underneath Joey Lawrence,
Right.
Who I feel like I've seen in a lot of things.
He
as well.
was a thug in Sopranos.
Oh, I didn't watch The Sopranos.
Oh, okay. That's where I recognized him
But
from.
he kind of looks like he plays a lot of those type of roles.
Yeah.
Where he is, you know, like Italian mobster guy. He
Right,
has that
right.
like feel about him, right? He's just like, yeah, Mr. McGillicuddy again. To the point where the gun smuggler guy is like, he has to be cheating. He keeps winning, right? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the flight attendant had the best fights in here, and it's mostly because I feel like because she has such a small frame, she has the more ability to move around the set.
Right.
I was like excited. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Edge's in this. It's gonna be like he's gonna do decent. Yeah, and you know he's playing a bad guy in this plane. He's playing a human trafficker, which is, I think, like the worst, right?
Right.
And I was like, dude, just let the hair down. Let those Goldilocks flow in this airline cabin.
Yeah.
Looking like a what's it called, a romantic novel cover. Because, you know, and I'm sad he doesn't take off his shirt. I'm still sure he's built.
Right. Yeah, he actually just came back to wrestling.
Oh, did
So
he?
he is built.
Oh, wow. Wait, really? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't think he stopped. But I guess, yeah.
Yeah, he had stopped for a few. He had an injury, and so he had stopped
okay.
for a few years.
Money's running real dry. Just kidding.
Yep.
I'm sad he didn't spear anybody. Yeah.
Right.
He didn't DDT anybody. That was like one of his moves, or he picked them up by their pants and then drilled them onto the floor with the DDT. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we missed out on, right?
Throw somebody through a table. He was into the hardcore matches and stuff.
Yeah, and what's it called? Another thing that was we didn't get to see Denise Richards racked. Yeah, I want to see if those things held up. Just kidding. No, Denise Richards is in here for like a breath hold of amount of time,
Right.
which is fine. You know, I don't know I don't know what Denise Richards is up to nowadays. Do you?
I don't. I guess she's doing movies like this.
Yeah. Oh, and you know, she's probably still living off that Charlie Sheen alimony.
That's a possibility.
Does he still have money? I don't know if he's still.
Yeah, he's done much better after. Like he kind of chilled out, and then he was like,
Tiger Blood.
yeah.
No, I know he came out with like a couple more shows. I don't think they lasted that long though. But yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure she's set. Like she just lives modestly, right?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, this movie is fun to watch. For me, for how bad it is, it's fun to watch, right?
And there's weird like music changes, like the background, like the scene music like changes sporadically to like go with the scene, but it's like abruptly.
Yeah.
It's odd.
Yeah, the one thing that I was kind of sad about though is that Joey Lawrence missed out on a chance to be much more menacing than he was, because
Right, yeah, because they're saving, because Kelsey Grammer was the bad guy in this movie. Joey Lawrence is going to be the bad guy in part 2. In the sequel.
Because they're moving about this airline cabin like they're like no one's ever wondering where they are. Joey Lawrence doesn't make any rounds to check things.
Right. If you've got a vault that holds millions of dollars and billions of Bitcoin, you don't let the scum of the earth just wander your plane aimlessly.
Exactly. So like those are like there's obvious inconsistencies, right? Like this plane looks like its security is lack. Like you got one guy that used to be a linebacker in high school guarding the vault, and nobody at all guarding the server room.
Right.
So those are the things that if you let it bother you, it's gonna make for a very terrible movie experience. But if you're like a college kid directed this, you're like, oh, this is pretty good.
Right.
You gotta watch this movie for what it is. Budget's only 800,000, made during quarantine.
Yeah. I mean, if you were like, hey, did you know that the Lawrence brothers had a fourth brother and he wrote a screenplay? You'd be like, oh, well, for his first thing on a movie that nobody's ever heard of. Damn fine work. No wonder he got his brothers in this.
I want there to be like a secret Lawrence brother, like Elizabeth Olsen. Nobody knew about Elizabeth Olsen.
Right.
Because of Mary Kate and Ashley.
Yep.
But she's killing it out here in the acting game, and I want there to be a secret Lawrence brother that's like a half brother.
Yep.
And he just becomes like the biggest star.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like Jesus Lawrence or something. Somebody cheated somewhere. Or,
Jesus Lawrence. Oh yeah, it would be awesome to see, right? Because it's weird when like we always talk about these families that are in Hollywood, whether it be the Lawrence brothers, the Olsens, the Savages. Mm-hmm. What happened to them, right?
Right.
Fred and Ben Savage. I know what's it called? Fred tried to make a comeback with like a lawyer show or something, right?
He did.
Nah, that Wonder Year charm is gone. Now you're just creepy.
Yeah.
He's definitely the uncle you talk to about a therapist.
I guess some of those people, they end up moving like behind the scenes. They're like, I kind of got older. I don't got quite the face to do movies anymore. So I'm going to go and I'm going to produce, or I'm going to direct, or I'm going to.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. Like, I think that's like one of the downfalls of starring in show business so early.
Right.
Is that it's hard for a lot of people to shake off, like these images they have of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless only, I would say unless maybe movies you kind of have a chance to. But then again, that kid from Stuart Little.
Right. It's like a reinvention. Like you have to kind of go away and then you come back and you reinvent yourself as either something new, or you embrace what you used to be and make fun of it like David Hasselhoff does, or William Shatner did, where you just kind of like mock your iconic version of yourself.
No, you know who actually did that really well, and I was totally caught off surprise, is the kid from E.T. The main kid from E.T. He's the husband in House on Haunted Hill. Like
That's
he's the
right.
dad and the Bly Manor.
Yes.
I was like, what? That's the phone home kid? Yeah, I totally did you know? Like were you like I knew you grew up with him, so
Yeah, right. I remember looking it up because I like it was one of those things where it's like I recognize him, but I can't put my finger on the
yeah, you can't
face.
Yeah.
I do that a lot. I am really bad at like old actors who have come back and I can't figure out where I know them from, or even worse, like a voice actor who used to
Oh.
be like a famous actor and
Oh,
then
Mark
just now,
Hamill.
and they start doing a voice and I'm like, oh my god, why I know who that is. I have to like I just like
Yeah.
pause this movie because I gotta look this up or else I'm just gonna miss the next 20 minutes of this movie trying to figure this out.
I know, I think it was you who blew my mind when you told me that Mark Hamill was the voice of the Joker. And like the Toy Master and all that stuff. I was like, what? Mark I always wondered what Mark Hamill got into after Star Wars. Because I know he tried a couple more roles, but people were like, oh yeah, you're fucking Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it made sense for him to go into voice acting where he could really express himself, right?
Right. Yep.
Neil Patrick Harris has also done a lot of DC work as the Flash.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, see, you know, with all the other family kids, with the Lawrences and the Olsens and the Savages, well, Ben Savage made a decent comeback with Girl Meets World.
Yep. Yep.
But I also think one of the issues for like child stars is, you know, as they grow into like being adults, you know, obviously they'll, you know, it feels weird, right? Because one of the girls from the Girl Meets World show, I think her name was like Christina something, the blonde one. She's like the Sean Hunter to the main character.
Okay.
To the whatever her name was. And you know, I was like, oh, she's funny. You know, she's like the spunky best friend of the main character. But then now she's done like more things, and she's growing into like a young adult. But then like, she's doing. I was like, oh, that kind of feels weird. I cannot. I'm probably not gonna follow your career. Like one of the things that one of the reasons why I never watched the Harry Potter series is that I was like, oh, Emma, what's her name?
Watson.
Emma Watson, hot, right? And I could only say that with full confidence because I never watched the Harry Potter movies, so it doesn't feel
right.
like, you know, I knew her as an adult, and I was like, all right, cool,
Right. Where I can never see her as hot because I knew her as like a 12-year-old.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe it could be like that too, right?
Right.
Oh man, but yeah. Another favorite part, probably my favorite part of the whole entire movie is when the house is getting raided by Kelsey Grammer's SWAT team, and Harry or the Punisher takes him out Punisher style.
Yep.
Now that you've told me he's Punisher style, like especially with that last kill where he goes in for the shot to the leg and then to the head. I was like, oh man, Punisher style.
Totally.
Do you think any of who was the first Punisher? Was it Dolph Lundgren?
Yes.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Did he have black hair or blonde hair?
No, he just looked like Dolph Lundgren.
Oh,
Yeah.
lazy bastard. Do you think like the second Punisher guy was just like after that Punisher movie came out, like every time he would engage in coitus, he's like, "Oh, it's Punisher time." So I'm gonna let you know.
I
right
hope
now.
not.
Listen, I like it would be dope, but I hope I never get a superhero role because better believe it, if I have to wear a mask, I'm wearing that mask to coitus time. Oh, it's gonna be a shocker because Electro's in the scene, and he put that old school yellow Electro mask on.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's got to be the old school one.
I'm sorry, future girlfriend, you'll get the shocker. Oh man! On a side note, did you hear that Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro in the No Way Home? I don't know if this episode's gonna come out, and No Way Home might have already came out. And
I
no,
did not know that, but that's the
the whole point,
the
right?
the multiverse one.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. All right, just to let you guys know, thank you for joining us. If this is the first time you guys are joining us, welcome. Check out the rest of our months. But to let you know, we do our reviews in 4 sections. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and Ultimate Box Collection. Which, like, who's the actor? I guess you would have to follow Edge, right? He's our WWE
Yep.
elect.
Yep.
All right, we'll do it like this. We'll put Edge, this movie in here. We'll put the Kurt Angle movie, which is Warrior, which he only makes a cameo in.
Okay.
Which, it's kind of unfair because Warrior is actually a really great movie with Tom Hardy and that one dude, the other main character. And Kurt Angle is like the last boss in that movie. And, we'll be in like a
Right, because
nice
this was not a WWE production. Because
Yeah.
we could do that. We could do the WWE production box set.
Yeah,
And that could be pretty interesting.
I guess we have to stick with like a WWE star though. We'll put the chaperone in here for shits and giggles. No, Colby, where are you at for this one?
I don't see, unfortunately, with the production dollar value, I'm not seeing you getting a whole lot of extras in the Blu-ray. So probably going DVD on this. But I'd make my friends watch this.
Unfortunately, I think because of the production value, I don't even think this came out on DVD. No, this is one of the rare times I'd probably say stream it. It's a fun watch if you like poorly produced movies. But it's a great watch if you're a fan of Kelsey Grammer.
Yes.
Because he is 100% giving this role his all. I love how much he hams it up.
Oh, right.
It's almost like William Dafoe like style of like over the top evil bad guy.
Right. I feel like anytime now we watch a movie where everybody kind of phones it in except for one person,
it makes it even better.
Where that character's gonna be the money plane.
He's the money plane. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We always welcome it. Make sure to check out our show notes. We have our Amazon affiliate links. You guys are going to be shopping on there anyway, so why not support the channel?
And, of course, we've got our Facebook. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of us. So give us a like and a share. We always kind of post our new stuff on there as soon as it comes out. Give us some comments. Give us some suggestions.
Definitely. I'm Barry.
Oh, this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on her album Music for Podcast 3, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.